Hello, you're listening to Arts Talk Radio, a companion to the English language Arts Talk magazine, and I'm Michel Hasted. We bring you regular news, reviews and interviews relating to all aspects of the arts in Holland, concentrating on events in Amsterdam, The Hague, Rotterdam and the surrounding areas. Arts Talk Radio online. Interviews and features on the arts in Holland, in English. A couple of very different items this week. I shall be visiting a doctor who twice a year for a weekend turns his private house in Delft into a public art gallery. But first, I was at a concert at the theatre at Zoetermeer last week to hear the wonderful Facade, which is, as I'm sure you know, a series of short poems by Dame Edith Sitwell set to music by William Walton. This piece is so quintessentially English, it was perhaps a little odd to find it being played in provincial Holland by a Dutch orchestra.
Where the satyrs are chattering, nymphs with their flattering, glimpse of the forest enhance, all the beauty of marrow and cucumber narrow, and series will join in their dance. Where the satyrs can flatter the flax, leaf fruit and the gherkin green and the marrow, said Queen Venus, so Venus will settle between us the gore and the...
My name is Michel Havenith, and I am the founder and conductor and artistic leader of the EBONY Ensemble.
And we've just been listening to Facade, which seems a strange thing for a Dutch band to do.
Yeah, I've always taken a big interest in British music, especially from the beginning of the last century, because it was a very interesting musical period, and I've always been fascinated by music from Britain, Walton, and contemporaries. And I came across Facade because we needed then a piece, an interesting piece in a small setting, for just a few instrumentalists.
And this is not your normal lineup?
The normal lineup is about 10 people, which it's a string quartet and flute, clarinet and horn, and either harp or percussion.
Okay. And you're based where?
In Zoetermeer.
Oh, you're actually based here?
Yes.
And you're a full-time ensemble, or do you just play
no, we perform about 3 programs a year. Here, own programs, and sometimes other programs with other cultural partners in Zoetermeer.
And is Facade one of your signature pieces?
It seems to be, yes.
It's almost bordering on masochism, really. I mean, you couldn't get a Dutch guy to do the text, so which came first?
We couldn't, but I thought it was very important for the work to have a British native speaker for the work, and I known Robert for a long time. So, and he was very enthusiastic to do it. So I'm very glad that he did. And he did several performances with that. We started out in 2013 with the work. And we did a reprise in 2014. And now after a couple of years, for the first time in Zoetermeer.
Through gilded trellises of the heat, Dolores, Edith, Manusia, Isabel, Lucia, mock time that flies.
Facade is a funny piece because it's quintessentially British in the tradition of, I don't know, Edward Lear, whatever. But at exactly the same time, in 1922, 1921, there was Dada and the transition between Dada and Surrealism. But as far as I know, there was no contact between the two.
As far as I know, no, I don't think so.
Because there is so much similarity. I mean, this is pure Dada, a lot of it.
It is.
But I think you can put that down just to Bush's eccentricity.
Yes, Lady Sitwell was a very eccentric lady, and you hear that immediately in her lyrics.
But you hear this all the time about eccentric British aristocracy, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's a matter of which came first. But as I say, although there are so many similarities and Facade is so completely Dada, there was never any contact between. So you're the guy who does the voice for this. His name is what?
Robert Koop.
And how did you find him?
He was a member of the Nederlands Kamerkoor, and retired now. And he is a native British, and I know him for a long time. And he was the first person I thought of. He's actually a singer, of course, a tenor, and he very much liked to do it. He didn't know the work before. He never performed it before 2013. I mean,
but it's a real minefield, isn't it? I mean, you cannot afford one false step.
It's very virtuoso.
You miss one beat and you're lost.
It's a very virtuoso piece, and he does it magnificently. I think he is very professional in that, and he's very well equipped for it.
When we were in touch last week, we were talking about the ballet version of it. Did you manage to find those clips?
Yes, I saw them. And the first thing that struck me was that all three pieces I heard are slower than the ensemble versions.
That may be because they have to.
I don't know why, but I don't know the orchestral scores. So it maybe Walton wrote it intentionally.
The score you're using here, is that the original score
for the small setting?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the orchestral score is for a full orchestra?
Yes, it's a different score.
And I think the ballet is done to the full orchestra, isn't it?
It's a symphony orchestra.
Yeah. The one I liked particularly was the popular song. With the two guys with the blazers and the straw hats and everything else. What's your favourite?
Well, it's hard to pick one out, but one of my favourites would be the waltz, because Walton does such magnificent compositorial things with that. It really sounds like a full-blown symphony orchestra.
Is it all difficult to play?
It is. It is difficult. Some of the parts, not in all the pieces, but some of them are very virtuoso, and you don't actually hear it like that. It doesn't sound virtuoso, but it is. So it's.
What do you mean, individually or ensemble?
In the ensemble, it doesn't appear to be very difficult, but it is.
Okay, well,
thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
It was nice of you to found us.
I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it. And we'll keep in touch next time and see you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies, time die.
Arts Talk Radio Online.
Arts Talk magazine provides the perfect companion to Arts Talk Radio, with reviews and previews in English of cultural events in Holland. Whatever your interest in the arts, our international team of writers will always provide something new and exciting to see online. That's Arts Talk magazine, all one word, .nl. artstalkmagazine.nl.
It's Sunday morning, as you can probably tell from the bells, and I'm walking along the Oude Delft, the most beautiful canal in Delft, and I'm on my way to visit a 500-year-old private house, which for 2 weekends a year transforms itself into an art gallery.
My name is Simone Haak. I'm the owner, together with Joke Doedens, of Terra Delft Gallery, already for almost 34 years.
My name is Ramon Dijkgraaf. I'm living at the Oude Delft 210. My profession is gynecologist in daily life, and I'm one of the initiators for KUNSTKAMER Delft, what we initiated together with Joke and Simone van Terra Delft.
So what happens, this is your own private house, and twice a year for a weekend you open its doors and it becomes an art gallery.
Yes, that's true. At the moment that Galerie Terra Delft existed for 30 years, they had an exhibition in 6 old kennel houses in Delft, and one of the houses was the Oude Delft 210, our house, and it was a very successful event. And at that moment, when it was done, we sat together to talk and to discuss about that exhibition, and made a new step to make 2 times a year an exhibition. And the KUNSTKAMER Delft was born.
And it's not only paintings, because your ceramic shop, it's half and half, I think. It's half ceramics, half paint.
We decide together with 4 of us what we like to show, and we like to show not only ceramics, but also paintings, sculptures, photos.
Are these local artists?
No. Most are from Holland, and now this time we have 2 artists from the UK.
What's your policy for this? As I said, you have half paintings, half ceramics, but is there any direction you feel you should be going in or do go in?
Not really, because we spot several artists at exhibitions all over the world, here in the Netherlands, and we bring also artists in our meetings, and we discuss with our force what we think about the work from the artists, and when we think all the 4, yes, that's a good partner for us to ask for the KUNSTKAMER, then we connect and take contact with the artist.
And I believe that you go off to China. Why? What do you do in China?
I'm curator of a museum there, and I can make an exhibition there twice a year, in spring and in autumn.
This is Dutch stuff you take, or you find things in China?
It is in Jingdezhen. It's a Chinese museum, and with the owner, a Chinese man, we have a strong cooperation. And I'm also the head of the exchange program in Jingdezhen, in the ceramic center called Sambao.
And you take Dutch art over there?
Yeah, but not only Dutch, European. And I just came back from a trip to China, and I had 12 artists I could invite to work there for 1 month. And then I made an exhibition in another museum, not in Jingdezhen, but in Gansu, north of China. And there was one from UK, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Belgium,
and
Argentina.
Do you ever show these Chinese artists in KUNSTKAMER?
Yes, we talked about that subject, and we want to do an exhibition here in May of 2020, a Chinese KUNSTKAMER, and we will connect with Simone to Jackson Lee in China.
Yeah, and last year, 4 of us, we went to China, did a trip of 3 weeks, and we visited the Chinese artists as well.
Because you don't see much Chinese contemporary art in Europe, really. I mean, there's Huawei and there's
not really. There are some, and some very famous ones, but yeah.
I mean, do you have problems politically getting Chinese artists in or out?
No. That is another political problem. It's easy. And we already have showed some work of Chinese artists in our gallery. And also Chinese artists came here to do a residency here. And I also brought paintings made by Chinese here back to China to sell there. And I just roll them, and it's easy.
And the next one is in November. It's every May and every November. So we've just missed the one for May. So we have the one to November to look forward to. Okay, well, I think that will do for now. So thank you both very much indeed. And we look forward to next November.
Yes.
The first weekend of November.
Yes.
Arts Talk Radio Online. Interviews and features on the arts in English.
So that's all for this week. But please join us for the next edition of Arts Talk Radio. If you have any comments, we'd be pleased to hear from you. And if you click on the subscribe button, you'll be able to keep up to date with all the latest programmes. My name is Michel Hasted, and so for the moment, it's goodbye.